Alright, let's see. What fight card do we got next? Alright. We got Joe Lauzon, Cerrone, Shogun. Wait.
What year is it? What time is it then? Please tell these guys.
It's Tony time, bitches!
Welcome to Tony's MMA Corner, the only MMA channel with an insatiable thirst for violence. I am your host, Tony Sepulveda! And today, we're gonna go over UFC 274, which has the potential to be the most violent card of the year. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you're already subscribed, create a dummy account and subscribe again, just like the Russians. And if you're not a patron of my Patreon, what the f is wrong with you? It's only like $1. Just pretend it's OnlyFans. Kinda is OnlyFans when you think about it. Hurry up and get your shout out on Tony's MMA Corner. First up on this buffet of violence, we have Cerrone versus Joe Lauzon. Sadly, it looks like Cerrone is hitting the twilight of his illustrious career, and he has given us many masterpieces of violence. So we want to thank you, Cerrone. Yeah! In the other corner, we have Joe Lauzon, who burst on the scene in 2006. Dang, that was before I even started training jiu-jitsu. In 2006, he knocked out Jens Pulver. And since then, he's been collecting Fight of the Night awards like people collect NFTs. He's a true OG of violence. Now, Joe Lauzon hasn't fought since 2019, and Cerrone, despite being on a losing streak, has been active. So I'm going to give this one to Cerrone. I think he gets a KO, and he rides off into the sunset. Next up on UFC 274, we have Shogun versus OSP, or as the French say, Shogun is a boomer MMA fan's wet dream. We all remember his highlights from Pride of jumping stomps and soccer kicks. Now, while he never really recreated that in the UFC, he still had a pretty decent career there. Now, he's been a little bit on the decline, but we still believe in Shogun. OSP, on the other hand, is the man who memed Shogun in that very enjoyable skateboard meme. There it is. Solid meme. Despite all that, I'm picking Shogun purely based on Shogun bias or nostalgia bias. I think he's gonna get us one last KO before his career is over. So let's go Shogun. Blah! Next up, we have Michael Chandler versus the returning Tony Ferguson. It's Tony time, bitches! Michael Chandler is coming off 2 losses himself. Tony Ferguson has just lost 3 times and has been a shell of his former self. But I do hear that he is back to running his own camp and going back to Tony time workouts. Which reminds me, it's time for a Tony time workout! Ah! Not enough knee conditioning. Chandler's up against the ropes because he's already lost 2 in a row. And losing 3 in a row is not fun. But neither is losing 4 in a row. So I think Tony Ferguson is coming back hungry and ready. And I don't think he's ready to quit just yet. And I don't think any of us are ready to quit on him either. So I'm taking El Cucuy by decision. A very violent, bloody decision. Now, for the main event of the evening! We have the King of Violence, Justin Gaethje, versus Charles "Dull Bronx" Oliveira. Do Bronx? Why is he called Do Bronx? It's funny you ask. So apparently, I asked someone who is a native of Brazil and asked him, what does that even mean? So apparently Do Bronx literally means of the Bronx. And the reason why they call Charles Oliveira Do Bronx is because, ironically enough, Brazilians have this picture of my hometown, the Bronx, as being one of the most violent places in the world. Even though they are from the favelas, which is probably literally the most violent place in the world. Maybe that's why I'm such a fan of violence. Anyway, enough social studies for today. With every performance, Do Bronx is making me more and more a believer in how incredibly talented he is. He is on a 10-fight win streak in one of the most competitive divisions in the UFC, and not only has he done this, he has finished 9 out of 10. Caralho. Justin Gaethje is right. Oliveira will definitely have to walk through hell, but I think he will most certainly get the Mataleo at the end and choke Justin Gaethje completely unconscious in what will be most definitely a war of the ages, and will set up a red hot matchup between him and Islam Makhachev. Well guys, those are my picks. As always, let me know who you think is going to win in the comment section. Also, check all the links in the description. You can get merch, you can become a patron, and I'll see you guys next time on Tony's MMA Corner. It's Tony time, bitches! Yeah!